So, First Chronicles 16. So they brought the Ark of God and set it inside the tent that David had pitched for it. And then David appointed peoples to minister before the Ark of the God. They gave praise to the Lord, and there were music being, or like trumpet being played. And then it had this wonderful song about God's creation and his promises and how he keeps them, and of his greatness. And so after that, then he left people to minister before the Ark of the Covenant, and he went home to bless his family. And nothing really stood out to me too much. Except that God's work, like, I'm glad that they were able to praise God and he is the same as yesterday, today, and forever. And he is the same, but I don't know if he works like in the same way, because back then it seems like he does a lot of more like miraculous thing, even though it's not like constant, right? It's like there are periods where he wants to intervene and make a mark, and that's the period where a lot of miracles happen. And then there are periods where he leaves people up to their choices to do, and so like we learn from about him through history. Now in modern day, I know that miracles are still being done, people are still being saved, but personally I don't see like the miracles, like the parting of the Red Sea, those kind of miracles happening before my eyes. And it's important to remember that God does work in that way. God works through the supernatural. He also worked through the natural, like the everyday mundane events. And if you look at the timing, his timing, and how like sometimes like just things just really match up, you can't, like, people call it fate, but I know it's God. It's like he's weaving together a story, and it's like things get done at their proper time, and his timing is impeccable. And even though it doesn't coincide with our timing, it's the best timing there is. And so it's just compare and contrast that makes me think a lot. But I have to remind myself that even though I might not see the Red Sea parting, I know that I worship the God who does that, and the God who's still doing miracles in everyone's lives, even though I might not be aware of it. And just because I don't see it, it doesn't mean that it's not happening.